such bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
I don't want to put the instant replay in the fucking game.
Oh,
so you can see this bullshit.
This is the most heated you've ever been in BS Gold, and it's over the mattress.
I feel very strongly about this subject.
Well, I'm telling you.
I haven't slept in 11
telling you what I've
months.
heard. I'm not allowed to have a Twitter account.
This is the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. I don't think
He wasn't yet. He wasn't yet. Every time we play this game, we're basically in a time machine.
I'm giving this a 10.
10?
I'm giving it a 10. I think
There's no way it's a 10. We've never seen a 10.
this has got to be a 10.
Ready for this shit?
Wow, have you already been drinking?
I, for one, am excited. I feel like we are graduating today.
We've got a whole new open. This is the first time, right? First time it's debuted.
Yes, this is the first time we're really taking off with the whole NHL 12 thing, and we just gotta get some more playing time in there so we can display some more bullshit for all of our Twitter fans.
You know what, one fan? We don't even know your name. Matt, have you followed him on BS Goals?
We do know his name on Twitter. It's ShallBeLevon99.
And do you follow Shelby Levon?
I do. I figured BS Goals should reciprocate his generosity.
If I were allowed to have a Twitter, which we've covered, I'm not, I would also follow you, Shelby Levon. 99. All right, so that's all well and good, Matt. But what are you up to right now?
Well, let me tell you, I got some guests coming at 5 p.m.
Oh, really?
Dot.
What did you eat for dinner last night or 2 nights ago?
I ate some rice cheese pizza with gluten-free crust.
There you go, folks. Now it all makes sense. At this point right now, you have like a shit alcohol level of like 1.2. You're almost
Is that bad?
Full shit and booze right now.
It's a little early for booze for me here.
I like that you'd like to act like you don't drink early in the morning. Yeah, people, let's hang back for a second. This is a little bit early for me to be drinking. I usually start around 12:30, 12:35.
You got me.
Here's what I'll say. Considering we finally had a momentous occasion a couple weeks ago and received our very first fan tweet, which only took about, what would you say, 9 or 10 weeks after we recorded that episode to get a tweet about it?
Yeah.
So considering that we've got about, 2-3 months before we get our next tweet, if somebody randomly listens to this episode, you guys tell us, here's the scenario. You've got guests coming over 5.5 hours from right now.
Uh-huh.
You've just cleaned your bathroom. It is sparkling. However, you also, over the past 2 days, have been consuming completely nasty gluten-free pizza, which is now causing a 8-car pileup in your stomach. And you have to make a liquid diarrhea. Do you sit with that stomach pain somehow for 5.5 hours? Actually, more like 10.5 hours after the guests leave, then you can finally use the facilities. Or do you use this 5.5 hours to just empty yourself out? Give yourself 30 minutes at the very end just to do a little tidy up of the bowl. That's what I go with. You know what? You should really be doing this pod with Roberto Luongo, if that's where you're going to go.
Actually, I'm saving all this stuff for a different podcast that I'm going to start putting on.
Future podcast based on your life today. BM goals. Huh? A new graphic. It's mostly brown, still some yellow in it.
I'm going to have to cut that one out just so we don't have anyone stealing it. It's so brilliant.
That's right. Okay. I just want to congratulate you on currently leading your division. And this has all been done, the Penguins without Crosby, for periods without Malkin, and James Neal tearing it up.
He is. At this point, you got to say that Goligoski to Dallas was a pretty good fucking deal.
Considering, last year during the playoffs, you hated this guy. This year, you love him.
I guess so. I hated the whole
you guys
team.
Friends on Facebook? You hated him. You used to say he sucked.
I just thought well, look, the thing with this guy is he notoriously has good starts.
Which you need right now, because you guys are kind of down.
Exactly, but I won't be surprised if he fizzles out at 20 goals. He already has 9.
And tomorrow we got a big game.
Big game tomorrow, yeah. How about that?
A collision of coasts.
I hope that you're going to represent.
That is a negative. Yeah.
Dude.
I'm dealing with a pregnant wife. Right? I don't think she wants to deal with sitting in a crowd of 17,000 people doing like the shark hand thing.
That's too bad. Last time the Pens were in town, I had the privilege of going and watching a 5-0 bloodbath.
You had great seats.
I did. I was like 12 rows back and was proudly sporting my Fedotenko jersey. And I was pretty much berated all night by the Shark fans.
We've talked a lot so far. We haven't even gotten to any BS.
Yeah, well, I think it's time that we showcase our first NHL 12 BS for our friends and listeners here. Here we have kind of a similar goal to, I believe it was episode 5, Frederick Modin's 5-hole-in-1 against Jonas Hiller.
Yes. And here's the thing immediately that I noticed. One, this is the most Islander fans that have attended an Islander game since 1992.
That's fucking true. And it's sad because you mentioned that, but the Pens were there last week, and I couldn't believe it.
I'm the only one, I think, between us that's ever gotten one of these goals. And now I've done it twice, 11 and 12. So, like, deja vu, some things never change in these games.
Yeah, some bullshit never changes, but there's some sneaky shit going on in this one, some spooky shit. So you indeed are the Islanders, and
yes.
I was Toronto, battle of the beasts here. And this one goes over his left shoulder. Reimer's pretty deep in his crease, doesn't come out at all. Goes right over his left shoulder, whereas the Modin goal went through Hiller's 5-hole, which is a little bit more shocking.
Where's the spookiness?
I'm getting there.
So this is like a Halloween-themed spooky BS goal.
I froze this shot here.
Okay.
Now, if you notice, just to the right of the face-off circle, you can see this little shadow here.
Yeah, I got it.
This is the puck shadow.
Yes.
Okay? The puck is not in screen right now. It's up. It's too high. It's out of frame.
Sure.
So, what I noticed here was Reimer's line of vision, field of vision.
Yeah.
If you notice, his head is pretty much angled straight at this shadow. Okay?
Yeah.
And so when we play this through, I want you to watch his head in relation to the shadow. Now we see the puck here in the upper right. And he's still staring. The shadow's down here. So he's still watching this shadow. Like, he's definitely not looking up at all at this puck. No. The goal is 4 feet high. It looks like the puck is maybe 8 to 10 feet high. Okay? The shadow is fucking 2 feet in front of the crease, and he's still staring straight down at the shadow.
Yes.
Right there. And so, at the very last second, he reacts and tries to glove the puck out of the air, realizing that
he's like, oh fuck, it's a shadow.
Yeah, at the very last second, he realizes, oh fuck, it's a shadow, and tries to go, but more or less kind of. It seems like it came out. It like hit his peripheral vision, and he's trying to duck out of the way. Like he just got like startled by the puck. Because he doesn't so much try to make a save as it looks like he's ducking out of the way.
But to me, it almost looks like the way he goes down and the position of the stick is almost like he's hedging his bets like, oh fuck, I think this is a shadow, but it might actually just be an invisible puck. But I think a real puck may also be flying above me that I might have to catch. So I got to defend both.
That's a good point. Because if we look right here, here's the shadow. And his stick is like right there on the ice. Like he could have saved 2 shots at once here if he had just been a little bit quicker with his glove hand.
He misses both.
Yeah, instead it's a sad day in Toronto. I'm gonna have to chalk this off to the shadow of death. James Reimer, he was approached by the shadow of death here, and he totally got fooled.
I feel like at that moment you should insert another fancy cool graphic. The shadow of death.
I don't have another 20 hours to get this up. Our fans have been waiting for a month
That's
now.
right, that's true. Fan has been waiting.
it's just funny how the computer fixated on the shadow.
Maybe Reimer needs some contact lenses.
Our Modine 5-hole-in-one got a 9 out of 10.
I like this one better now with the shadow and the shadow of death.
We do have a new bullshitometer.
Okay.
It's straight from Sweden, which is obviously the nationality that produces the most bullshit goals in this any iteration of this video game, which we've been able to prove.
It's only because I play as Sweden more often than not.
Whatever, but we have a new bullshitometer straight from Sweden to help us rate these goals a little bit more effectively. So it looks like this.
Wow, look at that.
It's dual-sided.
That's great. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look at it. I'm gonna have to go with an 8.
You just said you like this more than Modine.
I like it. I like the story more. I think it romanticizes the bullshit goal a little bit better. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like having a goal go through the 5-hole is more bullshit, considering it's going basically right into your body, than this guy who clearly was just confused. It was a case of mistaken identity.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm also going to give it an 8.
I like that you just took a shit on me and then agreed with me.
Well, I shat on you because I thought you were going to go up from a 9 because you had picked a 9 earlier.
I told you 10s don't exist, Matt.
Well, you could have said 9.5 or 9.9. But I like an 8 here too, just because it's kind of funky how he stares at the shadow the whole way. Before I noticed that, I wasn't so excited about this goal, but after figuring that one out and seeing it, it's definitely worth more than a 5.
Yes.
But not quite a 9, because I think that Reimer was tricked, whereas Hiller just totally dropped the ball on that last goal that we saw that was similar. So I think an 8 sounds good. We'll give it a solid 8 here today.
Very cool. And hopefully, folks, we'll get some new bullshit up here in the near future. Playing time has been an issue for Matt and myself, mostly my fault. So hopefully we get some new episodes up for you quicker than the last time. If that happens, we can hear a recap of what happened with your dinner guests, Matt.
Yeah.
It'll still be fresh.
I'll save all the juicy gossip for the next podcast. I'd like to remind everyone to check out our website. It's www.bsgoals.blogspot.com, and you can download our podcast straight from iTunes. You can search us in the iTunes library at just put in BS Goals podcast or even Bullshit Goals. And finally, we're hoping to keep the ball rolling here. And what do you say we get 2 Twitter followers this
Ooh.
month? Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that would be nice. So that is at BS Goals. We welcome your comments or your criticisms or whatever else you can lay on us. So that about wraps it up for this first episode of our NHL 12 edition, and we hope to find some more juicy bullshit goals for the future here very shortly. Thanks for joining us.